Have you ever woken up, looked in the mirror, and felt like the man staring back isn't you anymore? You're in your 60s, maybe still working, still showing up for your family, but something's off. The energy that used to carry you through the day is gone. Sleep feels like a battle, leaving you tossing and turning. And that spark in the bedroom, the one that used to make you feel alive, it's faded, maybe even disappeared. If this hits close to home, let me tell you you're not alone. And here's the truth. It's not just getting older. There's something simpler, something fixable, that's holding you back. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, an 85-year-old physician who spent nearly 50 years helping men across America rediscover their strength and vitality. Over the decades, I've worked with thousands of patients, men just like you, who thought their best days were behind them. My approach blends hard-earned medical knowledge with the kind of hands-on care that comes from listening to real people, real struggles. I've seen what works, not just in textbooks, but in lives transformed. Let me tell you about John, a 67-year-old retired firefighter from Ohio. John was a hero for 30 years, running into burning buildings to save lives. But last year, he came to me feeling like he was losing his own. "Dr. Cole," he said, his voice heavy. "I'm exhausted all the time. I can't sleep through the night. And my wife, I feel like I'm letting her down." Intimacy, once a cornerstone of their 40-year marriage, had become a distant memory. John thought this was the end of the road. That age had won. But then we made one small change, just one vitamin, timed right before bed. Within weeks, John was sleeping deeply, waking up with energy, and feeling that spark return. "I feel like me again," he told me, a grin breaking through. Today, I'm here to share 5 science-backed strategies to help you reclaim that same vitality. No medications, no artificial hormones, just natural solutions your body craves. You'll discover one key vitamin to take before bed, plus simple habits to boost your energy, strengthen erections, and restore the kind of sleep that makes you feel whole again. This isn't magic, it's biology, timed right. Does this sound like you? Are you ready to feel alive again? Type 1 in the comments below. If you're in, or 0 if you're still unsure. I'd love to hear where you're at. Your comeback story starts tonight, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Before we dive into these strategies, let's talk about why your body feels stuck and how we can set it free. Why does your body feel like it's slowing down? You're in your 60s, maybe still getting up every day for work or spending time with your grandkids. But that spark you used to feel, it's dimmer now. You drag through the day, your sleep's a mess, and maybe you've noticed things aren't working the way they used to in the bedroom. It's easy to blame age, to think this is just how it's supposed to be. But let me tell you something, it's not just aging. There's a rhythm your body's forgotten. And the good news, you can bring it back. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men across America, I've seen this over and over. Your body isn't giving up, it's just not getting the chance to recover the way it needs to. Let's talk about what's really going on. After 60, your body's natural repair systems slow down, and nighttime is where the magic happens, or at least, where it's supposed to. When you sleep, your body does some of its most important work. It's when testosterone production peaks, giving you the drive and strength you need. It's when your blood vessels repair, keeping your circulation strong for energy and intimacy. And it's when your nervous system resets, helping you feel calm and focused. But here's the problem for most men. This nighttime recovery isn't happening the way it should. A 2023 study from Johns Hopkins University put hard numbers to this. They found that men over 60 who struggle with poor sleep produce up to 30% less testosterone than those who sleep well. That's not just a number, it's the difference between feeling like yourself and feeling like a shadow of who you used to be. Low testosterone doesn't just affect your sex drive, it saps your energy, clouds your mood, and makes it harder to stay strong and active. And it's not just about hormones. Poor sleep weakens your blood vessels, which need that nightly repair to keep blood flowing where it matters: your heart, your muscles, even your penis. Without that repair, you're fighting an uphill battle. Now, here's the catch. And it's something most men don't realize: you might be sabotaging your recovery without even knowing it. How? By taking your vitamins in the morning. I know, it sounds strange. You've probably been told for years to pop a multivitamin with breakfast, and you've done it faithfully. But morning is when your body's in fight-or-flight mode. Your cortisol levels are high, your system's geared up for action, not repair. Taking vitamins, then, is like trying to fix a car while it's speeding down the highway. The nutrients don't get used the way they should. Instead, there's a better way, something called chrononutrition. It's a fancy term, but it's simple. It means timing your nutrients to match your body's natural clock. At night, when your body's in rest and repair mode, nutrients can work their magic, supporting testosterone, circulation, and sleep. Let me tell you about Robert, a 62-year-old high school teacher from Texas. Robert came to me last year, looking worn out. He'd spent 30 years inspiring kids in the classroom, but he told me, "Dr. Cole, I feel like I'm running on empty." He was exhausted every day, no matter how much coffee he drank. Sleep was a struggle. He'd wake up 3 or 4 times a night, never feeling rested. And worst of all, he was pulling away from his wife, Linda. Intimacy, something they'd always cherished, felt like a chore. "I'm letting her down," he said, his voice quiet with shame. Robert wasn't lazy, he was diligent. He took a multivitamin every morning, ate his vegetables, walked daily, but nothing changed. He thought this was just what 60 felt like. I asked Robert to try something different, stop the morning vitamins, and shift one key nutrient to bedtime. I didn't want to overwhelm him, so we started simple. Within 2 weeks, Robert came back to me, his eyes brighter. "Dr. Cole, I'm sleeping through the night," he said. "And I've got energy again, like I'm a new man." His wife noticed it too. They were laughing together again, holding hands, even rediscovering that spark in their marriage. It wasn't a miracle pill or some risky hormone therapy. It was one small change, timed right, that let his body do what it was built to do. This isn't just a feel-good story, it's biology at work. Your body's circadian rhythm, that internal clock, controls when hormones like testosterone and melatonin are released. At night, your parasympathetic nervous system takes over, signaling rest and repair. That's when nutrients can go to work, rebuilding blood vessels, balancing hormones, and calming your mind. A 2024 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology showed that timing nutrient intake to align with this rhythm can boost hormone effectiveness by up to 40%. That's not guesswork, it's how your body was designed. Morning vitamins get lost in the chaos of your day. Nighttime nutrients. They're like a quiet mechanic, fixing things while the engine's off. So, here's your first step. And it's simple: stop taking your vitamins in the morning. I know it might feel strange to break a habit you've had for years, but trust me, your body will thank you. We're going to focus on one key nutrient to take before bed: and I'll share exactly what it is in just a moment. For now, just know that this small shift can make a big difference. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter, giving your body what it needs when it needs it most. Have you been taking vitamins in the morning? Hoping for a boost-type morning in the comments if that's you, or ready if you're open to trying something new tonight. I'm here to walk you through this, step by step, so you can feel like Robert did, stronger, rested, and alive again. First, let's explore the first vitamin that can transform your nights. What if one vitamin could boost your testosterone while you sleep? Imagine going to bed feeling like you're just getting through the day, only to wake up with a sense of strength and clarity you haven't felt in years. That's not a dream, it's what your body can do with the right support. Timed just right. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I've seen this transformation in countless men over my 50 years of practice. Today, we're diving into the first key strategy to recharge your body of vitamin that's a game changer for men over 60, vitamin D3. You might think of vitamin D3 as something for strong bones, and you're not wrong. But it's so much more than that. It's a powerhouse for your entire system, especially as you age. For men over 60, D3 is like a quiet mechanic working overnight, fine-tuning your hormones, your sleep, and even your ability to feel that spark again. A 2024 study in the Journal of Endocrinology showed that taking D3 at night can increase testosterone levels by up to 25%. That's not a small number. It's the difference between feeling drained and feeling like you can take on the day. Even better. D3 boosts melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall into deep, restorative sleep. And here's where it gets really exciting. D3 also enhances nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow. Yes, including to the areas that matter for intimacy. But here's the reality: most men over 60 aren't getting enough D3. According to the CDC, 70% of older adults in the U.S. are deficient. Why? As we age, we spend less time in the sun, which is our body's main way of making D3. Our skin also gets less efficient at converting sunlight into this vital nutrient. Add to that the fact that many of us don't eat enough D3-rich foods like fatty fish or fortified dairy, and it's no wonder our levels drop. That deficiency doesn't just leave you tired, it can quietly sap your testosterone, disrupt your sleep, and weaken your circulation, making it harder to feel strong and connected in your marriage. Let me tell you about Michael, a 65-year-old mechanic from Florida. Michael came to me last summer, sitting across from me with a heavy sigh. "Dr. Cole," he said, "I feel half alive. I'm up all night, tossing and turning. And when I'm with my wife, I can't anymore." For Michael, a man who'd spent decades fixing cars with steady hands and a quick mind, this was crushing. His marriage to Susan, his partner of 35 years, was still full of love. But the intimacy they'd always shared was fading. He'd tried everything: more exercise, cutting back on coffee, even those multivitamins he saw on TV. Nothing worked. I asked Michael about his sleep and his diet, and we ran a simple blood test. Sure enough, his D3 levels were in the basement. We made one change. Michael started taking 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 before bed, paired with a small handful of almonds to help his body absorb it. Within a week, he was sleeping through the night, no more waking up at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. By week 3, he felt a shift. "I've got energy again," he told me, a smile breaking through. "And Susan, she's noticed it too. We're closer than we've been in years." That spark in their marriage. It was back, not because of some magic pill, but because Michael's body was finally getting what it needed, when it needed it. Let's talk about why this works. Vitamin D3 isn't just a vitamin, it acts like a hormone in your body. It binds to receptors in your testes, signaling them to produce more testosterone, which fuels your energy, drive, and confidence. It also supports the endothelial cells, the delicate lining of your blood vessels that keep blood flowing smoothly, especially to the penis for stronger erections. A 2023 study in urology found that men with higher D3 levels had better erectile function, thanks to improved nitric oxide release, and that melatonin boost. It's not just about falling asleep, it's about staying in that deep, restorative REM sleep that repairs your body and mind. Now, you might be wondering, why at night it's all about timing? At night, your body shifts into repair mode, and D3 works best when it's there to support that process. Taking it in the morning, when your body's focused on action, means you lose some of its power. Plus, D3 is fat-soluble, so pairing it with a small fatty snack before bed, like those almonds Michael ate, helps your body absorb it better. Aim for 2,000 to 5,000 IU daily, depending on your levels. If you haven't had your D3 checked, a simple blood test at your doctor's office can tell you where you stand. Most men over 60 need more than the standard 800 IU in a typical multivitamin to see real results. I know this might sound like a small thing, one vitamin, a few almonds before bed, but small changes, done right, can make a big difference. Michael's not the only one I've seen turn things around. I've had patients who thought their best days were behind them, only to find that a little tweak like this brought back their energy, their confidence, and their connection with their partner. It's not about forcing your body to do something unnatural. It's about giving it the tools it's been missing. Have you checked your D3 levels? Or are you wondering if this could be the piece you've been missing? Type D3 in the comments below if you're curious, or share a quick thought about how you're feeling. I read everyone. I know it can feel daunting to start something new, but trust me, this is simple, safe, and backed by science. You're not just taking a vitamin, you're giving your body a chance to come alive again. D3 sets the stage for better sleep and stronger hormones. But there's another vitamin that can spark your brain's desire and keep you feeling connected. Let's explore that next. Ever feel like your drive's gone quiet? Like the passion and energy you once felt have slipped away? You're not alone. For so many men over 60, that spark of desire, the kind that makes you feel alive, connected, and ready to embrace life, can feel like it's faded into the background. But what if I told you that one simple vitamin, taken at the right time, could wake that drive back up? I'm Dr. Hannah Cole. And after nearly 50 years of helping men rediscover their vitality, I've seen how a small change can make a big difference. Today, we're diving into a nutrient that's like a spark plug for your brain and heart: vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 isn't just another supplement, it's a key player in bringing back the emotional and physical connection you might feel you've lost. This vitamin fuels your body's production of dopamine, the molecule that drives desire, motivation, and that sense of excitement you get from a great moment with your partner. It also supports GABA, a calming neurotransmitter that helps quiet anxiety and lets you sink into deep, restful sleep. And here's where it gets really important. B6 helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone that can sap your energy and kill your drive. A 2022 study in neurology found that men over 60 with low B6 levels were more likely to struggle with low libido and restless nights. That's not just a statistic, it's a clue to why you might feel disconnected, even when you want to feel close. The reality is, About 20% of older adults in the U.S. don't get enough B6 according to NIH data. Why does this happen? As we age, our diets often shift. Maybe you're eating fewer B6-rich foods like poultry, fish, or whole grains. Or maybe you're on medications, like blood pressure pills or diuretics, that can deplete B6 levels without you even realizing it. That deficiency doesn't just make you tired, it can dull your mood, keep you awake at night, and make intimacy feel like a distant memory. But the good news is, you can turn this around with a simple, natural step. Let me tell you about James, a 68-year-old veteran from California. James came to me last year, sitting in my office with a weight on his shoulders. He'd served in the Navy for 20 years, proud of his strength and resilience. But he told me, "Dr. Cole, I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm anxious all the time. I can't sleep, and I'm pulling away from my wife." James and his wife, Ellen, had been married for 42 years, and their closeness was always a source of joy. But lately, he felt like a wall had gone up. He couldn't relax, couldn't find that spark of desire, and the sleepless nights only made it worse. "I'm letting her down," he said, his voice breaking. James wasn't giving up. He was trying hard, eating well, even meditating. But something was missing. We ran a blood test, and James's B6 levels were low, not dangerously so, but enough to throw his system off balance. I suggested a simple change: take 10 milligrams of vitamin B6 in the form of pyridoxal 5-phosphate before bed. I also recommended he eat a banana with it, since the natural sugars and potassium in bananas can boost B6's effects. Within a week, James noticed he was sleeping better, no more waking up with his mind racing. By the end of a month, he came back to me with a spark in his eyes. "Dr. Cole, I feel reconnected," he said. "Ellen and I are talking more, laughing more. I didn't realize how much I missed this, that sense of closeness, that desire to connect with his wife. It was back, and it started with one small nutrient." Why does B6 work so well? It's all about how it supports your brain. B6 is critical for making neurotransmitters, those chemical messengers that keep your mood steady and your desire alive. It helps your body produce dopamine, which fuels that sense of excitement and motivation, whether it's for a romantic evening or just tackling your day with confidence. It also supports serotonin, which keeps your mood balanced, and GABA, which calms your nervous system so you can relax and sleep deeply. A 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Psychiatry showed that B6 supplementation reduced anxiety symptoms in older adults by 15% in just 4 weeks. That's not just science, it's the difference between feeling on edge and feeling at peace. Taking B6 at night is key because that's when your brain does its repair work. As you sleep, your body uses B6 to rebuild those neurotransmitter pathways, setting you up for a better mood and stronger drive when you wake up. Morning doses. They get lost in the hustle of your day. When stress hormones like cortisol are high, nighttime is when B6 can really shine, helping you relax and recharge. For most men, 5 to 10 milligrams of B6 as pyridoxal 5-phosphate. The active form your body can use right away is enough to make a difference. Pair it with a banana or a small snack like yogurt to enhance absorption and give your brain a little extra support. Now, I know this might sound simple, too simple, maybe, but I've seen it work time and time again. James isn't an exception. He's proof that your body still has what it takes to feel vibrant, connected, and alive. You don't need complicated treatments or risky medications. You just need to give your body the right tools at the right time. And the best part, B6 is safe, affordable, and easy to find at any pharmacy or health store. If you're on medications, check with your doctor to make sure B6 won't interact. But for most men, this is a gentle step toward feeling like yourself again. Are you feeling stressed or disconnected, like James was? Maybe you've noticed your sleep's off, or that spark with your partner isn't what it used to be. Type B6 in the comments below to share your story. I'd love to hear from you, or if you're curious about trying this tonight, let me know. I read every comment, and I'm here to support you. This small change could be the key to waking up that drive you've been missing. Vitamin B6 ignites your desire and calms your mind. But to keep that energy flowing, another nutrient steps in to ensure your blood vessels are ready to perform. Let's talk about that next. What if one mineral could relax your entire body, ease your mind, and bring back the kind of performance you thought was long gone? It's not a pipe dream. It's a simple, natural step that can make you feel stronger, calmer, and more connected. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men rediscover their vitality, I've seen how one nutrient can change everything when you use it right. Today, we're talking about magnesium glycinate, a mineral that's like a gentle wave, washing away tension and opening up the flow your body needs to thrive. Magnesium glycinate isn't just another supplement on the shelf. It's a powerhouse for men over 60, working quietly to relax your blood vessels, lower your blood pressure, and set the stage for deeper sleep and better intimacy. Think of it as the partner that helps the vitamin D3 and B6 we've already talked about do their jobs even better. A 2023 study in Circulation found that magnesium deficiency, which affects about 50% of men over 60, doubles the risk of erectile dysfunction. That's a big deal. It means half of you watching might be missing this key nutrient, and it's taking a toll. Magnesium also calms your nervous system, helping you sink into the kind of restorative sleep that leaves you refreshed. And here's the kicker. It boosts nitric oxide production, which opens up blood vessels and supports stronger, more reliable erections. Why are so many men low on magnesium? As we age, our bodies don't absorb it as well from food. Think leafy greens, nuts, or fish. Stress, medications like diuretics, and even too much coffee can drain your magnesium levels further. The result? You might feel tense, struggle with high blood pressure, or notice that intimacy isn't what it used to be. Low magnesium doesn't just make you tired, it tightens your blood vessels, disrupts your sleep, and can leave you feeling stuck. But when you bring those levels back up, it's like loosening a knot in a rope. Everything starts to flow again. Let me tell you about David, a 64-year-old accountant from New York. David came to me last fall, looking worn out and frustrated. He'd always been the steady one crunching numbers, keeping his family grounded, married to his wife, Carol, for 38 years. But lately, he was battling high blood pressure that wouldn't budge, even with medication. Worse, he was struggling in the bedroom, and it was eating away at his confidence. "Dr. Cole," he said, his voice low. "I feel like I'm failing Carol. I'm tired all the time. My blood pressure's through the roof. And things just aren't working." Sleep was no help either. He'd lie awake, tense, his mind racing. David was doing everything his doctor told him, watching his diet, exercising, but something was missing. We checked his magnesium levels, and sure enough, they were low, not dangerously so, but enough to throw his system off. I suggested a simple change: take 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate about 30 minutes before bed. I told him to skip magnesium oxide, which is cheap but poorly absorbed, and stick with glycinate for its gentle, effective delivery. Within a week, David noticed he was sleeping more soundly, no more tossing and turning. By 6 weeks, he was beaming when he came back to my office. "Dr. Cole, my blood pressure's down. I'm sleeping like a rock." And Carol and we're connecting again. That spark in their marriage, the one he thought was gone, was back. And it started with one mineral. Here's why magnesium glycinate works so well. It activates enzymes that help your blood vessels relax, improving blood flow to your heart, muscles, and yes, your penis. A 2024 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine showed that men with higher magnesium levels had better erectile function, thanks to increased nitric oxide, a molecule that opens blood vessels for stronger blood flow. Magnesium also supports your nervous system, promoting REM sleep cycles that leave you refreshed and ready for the day. It's like a calming hand on your shoulder, easing tension so your body can do what it's built to do. And because it works alongside D3 and B6, it creates a foundation for better hormone balance and deeper rest. Taking it at night is key. Your body's in repair mode when you sleep, and magnesium glycinate absorbs best when your system's calm. A dose of 400 mg about 30 minutes before bed is enough for most men to see a difference. Pair it with a small snack, maybe a piece of dark chocolate or a few almonds to help absorption. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's like throwing money down the drain since your body barely uses it. If you're on medications, especially for blood pressure or diabetes, check with your doctor. But for most men, this is a safe, simple step. I know it might seem hard to believe that something as straightforward as a mineral could make such a difference, but I've seen it in men like David, who went from feeling tense and defeated to feeling strong and connected again. This isn't about forcing your body to do something unnatural. It's about giving it what it's been craving. You're not just taking a supplement, you're unlocking a flow that's been blocked, letting your body and mind work together again. Are you struggling with restless sleep or feeling stiff and tense? Maybe you've noticed intimacy isn't what it used to be. Type magnesium in the comments to let me know I'm here to listen. Or if you're ready to try this tonight, share that too. I read every comment, and I'm rooting for you. This small step could be the key to feeling like yourself again. Calm, strong, and ready to show up for the people you love. Magnesium opens the flow, but to keep your blood vessels healthy and strong, another vitamin steps in to protect them. Let's explore that next. Your blood vessels are aging. Can one vitamin protect them and bring back the vitality you've been missing? It's a question worth asking, especially if you've been feeling sluggish, like your energy's stuck in low gear, or if intimacy with your partner isn't what it used to be. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men rediscover their strength, I've seen how one simple nutrient can make a big difference when you give it a chance. Today, we're diving into vitamin E, a powerful protector that shields your blood vessels and keeps your body humming, so you can feel vibrant and connected again. Vitamin E is like a guardian for your blood vessels, especially as you get older. It's an antioxidant, which means it fights off the damage caused by inflammation and oxidative stress, those silent culprits that can harden your arteries and slow your circulation. For men over 60, this is a big deal because healthy blood flow is key to everything from your morning energy to your performance in the bedroom. A 2024 study in urology found that vitamin E improved circulation in 60% of men with vascular-related erectile issues. That's not just a number, it's a lifeline for men who thought their spark was gone for good. Vitamin E also protects your sperm and prostate from oxidative damage, keeping those systems healthy for the long haul. But here's the catch: about 30% of older men in the US don't get enough vitamin E, according to USDA data. and that shortage can leave you feeling stiff, tired, and disconnected. Why is vitamin E so hard to come by? As we age, our diets often shift. Maybe you're eating fewer foods rich in E, like nuts, seeds, or leafy greens. Cooking methods, like frying, can destroy the vitamin E in your food, and your body's ability to absorb it declines over time. Add to that the stress of daily life or medications that might interfere, and it's easy to see why so many men are running low. That deficiency doesn't just make you feel sluggish, it can weaken the tiny blood vessels in your penis, damage sperm quality, and even put your prostate at risk. But when you give your body the vitamin E it needs, it's like oiling a rusty hinge. Things start moving smoothly again. Let me tell you about Thomas, a 66-year-old farmer from Iowa. Thomas came to me last spring, his hands calloused from years of hard work in the fields. He was proud of his life raising crops, raising a family, but he was struggling. "Dr. Cole," he said, "I feel stiff all over. I'm tired by noon, and my wife, Mary, deserves better than this." Intimacy had become a source of frustration for Thomas. He'd always been a strong, dependable husband, but poor circulation was dulling his energy and making closeness with Mary feel like a distant memory. He'd tried eating healthier, even taking a daily walk, but nothing seemed to help. Thomas felt like his body was letting him down, and it was weighing on his heart. We ran some tests, and Thomas's vitamin E levels were lower than they should be, not critically low, but enough to cause trouble. I suggested a simple step: take 400 IU of natural vitamin E, specifically D-alpha tocopherol, with dinner each night. I told him to pair it with a small handful of nuts or a slice of avocado to boost absorption, since vitamin E is fat-soluble. Within 2 weeks, Thomas noticed a difference. "I'm not dragging through the day anymore," he told me, his eyes lighting up. By the end of a month, Mary pulled me aside at a follow-up visit and said, "Dr. Cole, he's like the man I married again. Confident, present." That renewed energy and closeness wasn't just a physical change, it brought joy back to their 44-year marriage. Why does vitamin E make such a difference? It works by protecting your endothelial cells, the delicate lining of your blood vessels that keep blood flowing smoothly. When inflammation or oxidative stress damages these cells, your arteries can stiffen, leading to poor circulation and issues like erectile dysfunction. A 2023 study in the Journal of Vascular Research showed that vitamin E reduces plaque buildup in arteries, supporting long-term vascular health. For men, this means better blood flow to the penis, which is critical for strong erections. It also shields your sperm and prostate from oxidative damage, which can lower the risk of prostate issues down the line. Unlike quick fixes, vitamin E's effects build gradually, creating lasting benefits for your energy and intimacy. Taking vitamin E at dinner rather than in the morning gives your body a head start on using it during the night, when your blood vessels do their repair work. The natural form, D-alpha tocopherol, is what your body recognizes and uses best. So skip the synthetic versions labeled D-alpha tocopherol, which are less effective. A dose of 400 IU is safe for most men and enough to make a difference. But if you're on blood thinners or other medications, check with your doctor first. Pairing it with a fatty food like nuts, avocado, or even a drizzle of olive oil on your salad helps your body absorb it fully, so it can go to work protecting your vessels. I know it might feel like a small thing, just one vitamin with dinner, but I've seen men like Thomas go from feeling stuck and frustrated to feeling like themselves again, full of energy and confidence. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about giving your body the protection it needs to keep you strong and connected to the people you love. You're not alone in this. And you don't need complicated treatments to make a change. Vitamin E is affordable, safe, and waiting for you to give it a try. Are you feeling sluggish, like Thomas was? Or noticing that your energy and intimacy aren't what they used to be? Type E in the comments below to share your experience. I'm here to listen. Or if you're ready to try this tonight, let me know. I read every comment, and I'm rooting for you to feel that spark again. This simple step could be the shield your body's been missing. Vitamin E guards your blood vessels, but to lock in the strength and drive you need, another mineral steps in to anchor your testosterone. Let's talk about that next. What's guarding your manhood? That sense of strength and drive that makes you feel like you. If you're over 60 and feeling like your energy, desire, or confidence is slipping away, you're not alone, but you don't have to accept it. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men reclaim their vitality, I've seen how one simple mineral can make a profound difference. Today, we're diving into zinc, a nutrient that's like the gatekeeper of your testosterone, protecting your strength, your intimacy, and even your prostate health. Zinc is a powerhouse for men over 60, and it's doing work you might not even realize. It's essential for producing testosterone, the hormone that fuels your energy, drive, and sense of self. It also keeps your prostate healthy and supports sperm quality, which matters not just for fertility, but for your overall vitality. A 2023 study in Andrology found that 30 milligrams of zinc taken nightly boosted testosterone levels by up to 20% in men over 60 who were deficient. That's not just a number, it's the difference between feeling like you're just getting by and feeling like you're truly alive. Zinc also helps you stay emotionally connected, reigniting that spark with your partner that might have dimmed. But here's the problem. Over 50% of older men in the U.S. are zinc deficient, according to NIH data, and that shortage can quietly sap your strength. Why are so many men low on zinc? As we age, our bodies don't absorb it as well from foods like oysters, beef, or pumpkin seeds. Medications, like those for blood pressure or acid reflux, can deplete zinc further. Even stress or a diet heavy in processed foods can drain your levels. When zinc runs low, it's like a gate left open. Testosterone slips away, prostate issues can creep in, and you might feel disconnected, both physically and emotionally. But when you restore zinc, it's like locking that gate, keeping your vitality where it belongs. Let me tell you about William, a 63-year-old carpenter from Oregon. William came to me last year, his hands rough from years of building homes, but his spirit was wearing thin. "Dr. Cole," he said, "I'm losing my strength. I'm tired all the time, and my wife, Diane, feels like I'm not there for her anymore." William had always been the rock of his family, married to Diane for 39 years. But lately, intimacy felt like a chore. He was also waking up at night to use the bathroom, a sign his prostate was acting up. He'd tried eating better, even taking a multivitamin, but nothing helped. William was starting to believe this was just what aging looked like. We tested his zinc levels, and they were low, not critical, but enough to throw his system off balance. I suggested a simple change: take 30 milligrams of zinc citrate before bed, away from calcium-rich foods like milk or cheese, which can block absorption. I also recommended pairing it with a small protein snack, like a piece of turkey or a few nuts, to help his body use the zinc. Within 2 weeks, William noticed he was sleeping better and waking up with more energy. By 8 weeks, he was back in my office, grinning. "Dr. Cole, I feel like I've got my strength back. Diane says I'm more like the man she fell in love with. His prostate discomfort eased, and their closeness returned not because of some risky treatment, but because of one mineral, timed right. Here's why zinc is so powerful. It regulates an enzyme called aromatase, which prevents your testosterone from being converted into estrogen, keeping your levels where they need to be. A 2024 study in The Prostate showed that zinc also supports healthy prostate cells, reducing the risk of enlargement or discomfort that so many men face as they age. For intimacy, zinc is critical. It supports sperm quality and keeps the hormonal pathways firing, so you feel that emotional and physical connection with your partner. Taking it at night is key, because your body uses zinc during sleep to repair and rebuild. Aligning with your natural testosterone production cycle. For most men, 30 milligauss of zinc citrate before bed is the sweet spot, effective and safe. Zinc citrate is well absorbed, unlike zinc oxide, which your body barely uses. Avoid taking it with calcium-rich foods, as they compete for absorption. A small protein snack, like a slice of chicken or a handful of pumpkin seeds, can boost its effects. If you're on medications or have health conditions like kidney issues, check with your doctor. But for most men, this is a gentle, natural step toward feeling stronger. I know it might seem hard to believe that something as simple as zinc could change how you feel, but I've seen it in men like William, who went from feeling worn out and distant to feeling present and alive again. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about giving your body the tools to protect what makes you, you. You're not alone in this, and you don't need complicated solutions to make a difference. Have you noticed a drop in your drive or energy, like William did? Maybe you're dealing with those nighttime bathroom trips. Type zinc in the comments below to join the conversation. I'm here to hear your story. Or if you're ready to try this tonight, let me know. I read every comment, and I'm cheering you on. This small step could be the gatekeeper your body's been waiting for. Zinc reignites your vitality. But to make these nutrients work even better, simple habits can amplify their effects. Let's explore those next. Your vitamins are ready, lined up to help you feel stronger, more connected, and well-rested. But are your habits ready to make them work? You've learned about nutrients like vitamin D3, B6, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. Each one a small but powerful tool to recharge your body. But here's the secret: what you do at night can amplify those nutrients, turning a good plan into a great one. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men rediscover their vitality, I've seen how simple evening habits can unlock the full potential of these nutrients. Today, we're diving into 3 gentle practices that can supercharge your recovery, helping you sleep deeper, feel more energized, and reconnect with the people you love. The time after 8 p.m. is sacred. It's when your body shifts gears, moving from the hustle of the day to a state of rest and repair. But too often, we sabotage this window without realizing it. A 2024 study in sleep showed that certain evening habits like staring at screens, sipping alcohol or caffeine, or eating late disrupt your melatonin production and spike cortisol, the stress hormone. This throws off your body's ability to absorb nutrients and recover, leaving you tossing and turning, with less energy and drive the next day. The good news: you can take control with 3 simple habits that align your body's natural rhythms, making those vitamins we've talked about work even better. First, let's talk about avoiding the things that derail your night. Blue light from screens your phone, TV, or tablet tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, suppressing melatonin and making it harder to fall asleep. Alcohol and caffeine, even in small amounts, can fragment your sleep, keeping you from the deep REM cycles your body needs. Late meals, especially heavy ones, force your digestive system to work overtime when it should be resting, which can also spike cortisol. A 2023 Harvard study found that high cortisol at night reduces nutrient absorption by up to 20%, meaning those vitamins you're taking might not be doing their full job. The fix is straightforward after 8 p.m. Put the screens away, skip the coffee, wine, or late snacks, and give your body a chance to wind down. Instead, try these 3 gentle habits to set the stage for recovery. First, sip a warm glass of water with your vitamins. Warm water helps your stomach break down nutrients, making them easier to absorb, especially fat-soluble ones like vitamin E or D3. Second, write down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. It could be as simple as a kind word from your spouse, a good meal, or a sunny day. That same 2023 Harvard study showed that this gratitude practice lowers cortisol levels by 15%, calming your mind and preparing you for restful sleep. Third, practice 4 to 7-8 breathing inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This technique, backed by research in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, in 2024, activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, helping you relax and absorb nutrients more effectively. Let me tell you about George, a 69-year-old pastor from Georgia. George came to me last year, his voice heavy with exhaustion. He'd spent decades leading his congregation with warmth and wisdom, but lately, he felt restless and disconnected. "Dr. Cole," he said, "I'm up half the night, and I'm not the husband my wife, Ruth, deserves." Their 45-year marriage was strong, but intimacy had faded, and George's sleepless nights left him drained. He was already taking magnesium and zinc, as I'd recommended, but he was still struggling. When I asked about his evenings, George admitted he'd scroll through his phone until midnight, sip coffee after dinner, and eat late snacks. Those habits were working against him. We made a plan: no screens after 9 p.m., no coffee or snacks after 8, and 3 new habits. George started sipping warm water with his magnesium and zinc, writing down 3 things he was grateful for, like Ruth's smile or a sermon that touched someone's heart, and practicing 4-7-8 breathing before bed. Within a week, he was falling asleep faster. By 3 weeks, he came back to my office. His face lit up. "Dr. Cole, I'm sleeping like I haven't in years, and Ruth and we're closer again." Those simple habits didn't just help George sleep. They brought back the energy and connection he thought he'd lost. It wasn't magic, it was his body finally getting the chance to recover. Here's why these habits work so well. Your parasympathetic nervous system, which governs rest and recovery, kicks in at night, but it needs the right conditions to do its job. Blue light, caffeine, and late meals keep your sympathetic fight-or-flight system active, blocking nutrient uptake and disrupting sleep. Warm water aids digestion, ensuring your body can use those vitamins fully. Gratitude journaling lowers cortisol, creating a calm environment for testosterone and melatonin production. And 4 to 7-8 breathing slows your heart rate and signals your body to relax. Enhancing REM sleep and nutrient absorption. A 2024 study in Frontiers in Physiology showed that these practices can improve sleep quality by 25% in older adults. Setting the stage for better hormone balance and vitality. Your actionable step is simple. Start tonight. Put your phone away by 9 p.m. Maybe read a book or talk with your partner instead. Skip coffee, alcohol, or heavy meals after 8 p.m. Sip warm water with your vitamins. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, and try 4 to 7 to 8 breathing for just a minute or 2. These aren't big changes, but they're powerful. They're like setting the table for a great meal. Your vitamins work better when the conditions are right. If you're on medications or have digestive issues, check with your doctor. But for most men, these habits are safe and easy to try. I've seen men like George transform their nights and, with them, their days. These habits aren't about overhauling your life. They're about small, intentional steps that let your body do what it's built to do. You're not alone in feeling restless or disconnected, and you don't need complicated solutions to change that. These practices are your way of telling your body, "I'm ready to feel like me again." Are you ready to try these habits tonight? Maybe you've been struggling with sleep or feeling distant from your partner. Type habits in the comments below to let me know I'm here to listen, or share what you're grateful for tonight. I'd love to hear it. I read every comment, and I'm cheering you on. These small steps could be the key to unlocking the vitality you've been missing. With vitamins and habits in place, you're setting the stage for real change. Let's talk about what you can expect next. You've just taken a big step toward reclaiming the energy, strength, and connection you deserve. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I'm so grateful to share this journey with you. Over the past hour, we've explored 5 powerful nighttime strategies to help you feel like yourself again. Vitamin D3 boosts your testosterone and deepens your sleep. Vitamin B6 reignites your desire by fueling your brain's motivation. Magnesium glycinate opens up blood flow, easing tension and enhancing performance. Vitamin E shields your blood vessels, keeping circulation strong. And zinc, the gatekeeper of your vitality, protects your testosterone and prostate health. Pair these with simple habits. No screens after 9 p.m. A warm glass of water with your vitamins, a gratitude journal, and 4 to 7 to 8 breathing. And you've got a plan that's not about fighting age, but about recharging your body the right way. You're not weak, and you're not broken. You're just not recovering the way your body needs. I've seen it in men like John, the firefighter who rediscovered his spark; Robert, the teacher who found his energy again; Michael, the mechanic who reconnected with his wife; David, the accountant whose confidence returned; and George, the pastor who brought closeness back to his marriage. These men prove it's small changes, like one vitamin before bed, can awaken the strength that's still inside you. Your energy, your confidence, your connection with the people you love. They're not gone. They're waiting for you to give your body the support it's been craving. Here's your plan to start tonight. Pick up 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, both safe, affordable, and easy to find. Take them 30 minutes before bed, maybe with a handful of almonds or a slice of avocado to help absorption. Add one simple habit: put your phone away by 9 p.m. and enjoy a quiet moment with a book or your partner. Before you sleep, write down what you want to feel in 30 days: more energy to play with your grandkids, better sleep to wake up refreshed, or that spark of intimacy with your spouse. Commit to this plan, not as a chore, but as an act of care for yourself. You've shown up for others your whole life. Now it's time to show up for you. Are you ready to start this journey tonight? Type tonight in the comments below to let me know I'm rooting for you. Like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more tips to keep you strong and vibrant. Share this with a friend, a brother, or someone who needs a little encouragement. It could change their life too. What spoke to you most today? Maybe it was one of the stories or a nutrient you're excited to try. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear from you. You're not done yet. This is just the beginning of your comeback story. Stay strong, take that first step tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.